I'm back. My tooth is back. It was this one. Down got. Okay, so temporary crown. Actually, I get my new one 2 weeks from now. They had to push it back due to the holiday, but I've got my face back. I'm so happy. All right, anyway. So I am here for Saturday's event. It's UFC Fight Night, I believe, number 9. It's coming to you on ESPN, coming to you from Las Vegas. And I'm only going to do the main card. So real quick, I'm choosing Mackenzie Dern to beat Hannah Cyphers. I'm choosing Brock Weaver to beat Roosevelt Roberts. And that one is subject to change once I see the weigh-ins. So I'm really going back and forth on that one. But I'm also choosing Spike Carlisle to beat Billy Quarantillo. Anyway, he is aptly named for the co-main event. Now, this one I'm going back and forth as well. I'm choosing Augusto Sakai to beat Blagoy Ivanov, but again, I have to see the weigh-offs on this one or the weigh-ins on this one because Augusto is much bigger, and if he's too big, I'm actually going to switch that pick because Blagoy, as you know, actually has surprisingly good cardio, and he has like a never die engine engine of his where he's really hard to put away. So if Augusto comes in too heavy or looking a little bit too sloppy due to the time off and all of that, I'm very, very likely to switch my pick, even though it is just a 3-round fight. But anyway, going back and forth on that one, sticking with Augusto for now. Now, main event, and we're seeing the UFC former champ, Mr. Tyron Woodley, take on Gilbert Burns. And I don't know, I just spaced on both of their nicknames, and I don't know why. I had them right there ready. Out of practice. Okay, so let's go first with, of course, the least lesser ranked fighter, which is Gilbert Burns. I believe he's ranked number 6. And you know what? I'm always fussing at the fighters. Hey, this is entertainment. You can't just win your way to a title shot. Unfortunately, you do have to do other things outside, and Gilbert Burns has done that. He started chirping months ago, especially after his last win. He really started to call out Mr. Tyron Woodley. He knows that's an instant title shot if he beats him. And I believe something happened with the Leon Edwards fight. I believe it's traveling issues due to the quarantine. But someone let me know exactly why we're not seeing Tyron Woodley take on Leon Edwards. But either way, Gilbert Burns, you started to build a little swell for yourself, and you got to throw yourself into this fight against the person you were calling out to begin with. So good job on you. Now let's talk about these skills. Gilbert Burns, they're around the same size, same height. Gilbert has a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and so I do believe when it comes to submissions and things of that nature, he will be better, but I'm not sure who's going to be stronger because Tyron has that wrestling base. As far as on the feet, Gilbert actually has been working on his hands. He has quite a few TKOs under his belt as well, and he is pretty fast. In fact, I'm not sure who's going to be faster. I think they're going to be pretty even. In fact, Gilbert having had just fought in March and Tyron having fought in a year, so I actually think that Gilbert might be physically faster than Tyron, and if that is so, you need to use all of that because you're actually at a 4-inch reach disadvantage on the feet, and you need to be working on your kicks. Hopefully you have, because if Tyron gets in trouble, he's going to shoot for the takedown, and even though you have that second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I wouldn't trust it against that wrestling. So you need to be working on those kicks. Tear apart Tyron Woodley's lead leg, hamper his movement, that way he doesn't have that in the bag. Also, if you hamper someone's movement, it takes away the steam off their punches as well. And we know Tyron Woodley has that one hitter quitter with that right hand. So Gilbert Burns, tear apart that lead leg either way it goes. Use your quickness to get inside of that reach when you're on the feet and to bust them up and get back out. Put together combinations, work your way on the inside and work your way back out. Put it in close quarters. Again, dirty boxing if it works to your advantage. I'm not sure who's going to be physically stronger, so you're going to have to test some things out here. And what do you have to lose? Again, I think this is actually a pretty good matchup. I think it's better than people think, especially when you consider the fact that Tyron hasn't fought in a year, and he's actually 38 years old, even though he doesn't look it. I was surprised that he was 36 or 38 years old. So let's go ahead and talk about Tyron. Oh, well, so for Gilbert, I believe if you tear apart that lead leg, I believe if you use your quickness to get on the inside, I think you can point your way to a victory or possibly wear him out, tire him out for the later rounds, because it's 5 rounds and he's been off for a year. Possibly wear him down, slow him down, and work for a finish later on in the fight. So I think that's your path to victory. So now on to the former champ, Mr. Tyron Woodley, the chosen one. Tyron Woodley, you've been off for a year. You're 38 years old though, which leads me to believe this might have been a good thing for you. You've always had a lot of knick-knack injuries, and like every fighter does, but people handle it better, and you're one of the fighters who actually doesn't handle knick-knack injuries as well. Also, in your last fight against Kamaru Usman, you seemed a little lackluster, a little like you didn't quite have as little low energy in that fight kind of from the beginning. So I'm hoping that the year off has done you well. I'm hoping you're all healed up. I've seen the workout videos. You seem strong. So for you, your path to victory, you have a 4-inch reach advantage on the feet. You have a pretty good stand-up game, and I hope you've been working on your traditional boxing jab. You guys know I always hamper this. Get a jab. I hope you have a jab. Because with a 4-inch reach advantage and your power in your right hand, you can set up those shots and you can actually end this early if you got a nice jab. So I hope you do. Also, you also work on those kicks, tear apart his lead leg, take away that weapon from him. If you do get in trouble, I do think you should take it down, or at least get into close quarters, press your body up against the cage, do some dirty boxing up against the cage, make him carry your body weight, wear him down that way, because I think he might be physically stronger due to the wrestling base. As we know, wrestling, the training creates a physical strength that is unmatched in any other art form. So I think that Tyron would be physically stronger, but again, I'm not quite sure, so you're gonna have to test that out. But if you do get in trouble, test that out. Get in close, get him up against the cage, make him hold your body weight, try to take him down. See, you're smart enough to avoid submissions, and you have fought a higher level of competition for a lot longer time, so I do expect you to have those old wily tricks in hand. Now, who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with Tyron, because at 38 years old, this is not the heavyweight division, where your prime starts at like 32 and carries you into your early 40s or whatever. This is the welterweight division, where lack of speed does hurt you earlier. The older you get, you got to get more. It's just harder. It's just harder in this weight class. It's not like the heavyweight division. So you're 38 years old. You have had a year off. You should be sharp. You should have energy. You should have cardio. You should look good. You should barely beat or win. I'm gonna pick you, but it's gonna all be about how you win too. I don't want to take anything from Gilbert. He might look spectacular, right? So it might not be your fault at all. You might just be facing a better man. We'll see. So I'm picking Tyron Woodley. I want to see if he still got it at 38 years old. Okay, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where, like I said, depending on the weigh-ins, I might be changing some picks here. And I'm back, y'all. I'm just so happy to be back. And my next champions video will be Mr. Israel Adesanya. So be looking out for that in the next, maybe like a day or so. That's going to be coming out quick. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe, like. I'm on Snapchat. Subscribe, like. Talk to me. Take care. And goodbye.